Night Owls, welcome back to my channel, new and returning subscribers. All of my messages are timeless. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's go ahead and tap into your energy. All right, so we got two cards that's coming out. Spirit, want me to take it? Okay, I'm hearing yes. All right, so we have Aquarius energy and revolution, which is double Aquarius energy for me. So this is also the full as well, which is I think the full is 0. Okay. So something about you're going through a reset. All right. A programming reset. And this programming reset that's currently happening right now, I'm hearing the day the earth stood still. So at this present time, you may be in a life, or I want to say a world event may be happening right now where, technology with Aquarius energy is going quiet. And in that space, there's a stillness, an activation. I'm not picking up on a portal opening, but it feels like you're having some type of level up. Okay. And it has something to do with resetting your subconscious mind here. Okay. Because I'm also seeing here the telescope. Okay. So something to do with like the universe, the solar system. I'm also picking up on satellite receptors. Okay. So the universe being able to communicate with you individually. I feel like that's activating or that's being reset. Okay. So all the prior information, all the prior experiences that you've had, that has been uploaded to the collective consciousness. And every day moving forward that you wake up until the next harvest season is what I'm hearing. You're going to feel as if the way you used to think, you don't think that way no more. The way you used to believe, you don't believe that way no more. You're kind of like in this no man's land where it's like that full energy. You haven't stepped into the one, but you're in this kind of like this peaceful tranquility type of bubble that allows you to be still. Okay. So if that resonates with you and that energy is that I'm picking up on, I feel like you're going to have a breakthrough. The type of friend groups that you are about to have is about to change. And the reason why I keep saying it's about to happen is because I feel like right now, what's happening to you is, like I said, the way you view humanity is changing. The way you view friendships and relationships is changing. You're getting ready to start something, gear up and do something. So you're being prepared for the future, but you got to come to the edge. And in order to come to the edge, you got to go through this breakthrough that sets you free from brainwashing. Okay. It sets you free from a prior paradigm. And this is happening on a radioactive type of frequency. So it's like all over the world in some shape, form, or fashion. This is a world event that will affect humanity as a whole in different ways. Okay. But the ultimate objective of this reset is to pretty much bring humanity back to infinite wholeness. Okay. So, like, I'll be all right. I'm also picking up, I'm picking up on a lot of diversity. I'm picking up on a lot of, like, you're going to feel like you were struck by lightning. That's what I'm seeing here. Struck by lightning, child. Okay. Take it how it resonates. This is good energy, y'all. Okay, bottom of the deck we have, okay, it's bittersweet with Ascension in reverse because it's like coming to the edge of anything. It feels risky, right? So Night Owls, something right now, there's knock on the door. You can't run from a knock on the door. Your door. You have been chosen. This is the moment, the great rapture that I'm hearing. You're gonna be all right. Once this is all said and done, you won't doubt your intuition anymore. You won't doubt what you know anymore. And I feel like you already do that, but it's supposed to be on a whole nother level. We got a breakthrough. I'm also hearing a big bag, a big bank. Okay. Georgia, because I'm hearing Peach may be significant. Don't have to be. Tampa as well, because Peach McIntyre is from Tampa. One thing I'm going to tell you, one thing for sure, regardless of what people think, Peach McIntyre, Lord of mercy. Like, this is like downloads and uploads, okay? Like, she know the game, she know the plug, and I'm not talking about just the game of the Matrix. I'm talking about uploading yourself to collective consciousness. Okay, making big moves. Okay, this is tapping into some residuals. So confirmation, I feel like anytime a specific person shows up, that's because that person you're being drawn to that person because there's something that they're meant to teach you about technology, how it works, the algorithm. All right, so what we got? The Hermit in reverse. We also have Arrogance in reverse. So that's the Knight of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Two of Cups in reverse. And then we have, you know how that statement when they say be your own people, be your own family, be your own people, be your own lover. All right. Let's get into it. We're going to deep dive a little bit, see what's going on. Oh yeah, this is really life path number 11. Research life path number 11, life path 1, life path 2. Those three. There's some keys in that or gems in that for you that's going to give you some clarity on your purpose or the purpose of a lot of broken friendships, broken promises, betrayals in relationships, family dynamics, okay? And your outlook on the Cinderella story is about to change. Something about the Cinderella story. Okay, you already know you were chosen, but there's something that each relationship dynamic is meant to offer you. Like a gem, like a clue to the riddle. Don't give me nothing. Begging you for something. I've been waiting. So no, nothing is wasted. Not even your tears, not even the heartbreak. Nothing about what has happened is wasted information. It's been uploaded to the collective consciousness. And so there's a level of awareness about your story, your individual walk of life that is expanding the consciousness of humanity. And each person is playing a role in some capacity, and the intelligence, it's like collective consciousness is becoming intelligent at a rapid rate, at a rapid speed, more intelligent. Okay. So there is a benefit that comes from your struggle. There is a benefit that comes from your heartbreaks. I'm hearing Heartbreak Hotel in Transylvania. Something about something's transformative. You're alchemist. You're regenerative. You bring shit back to life from the dead. Okay, all this that's happening underground in the subconscious realm is about to be. It's gonna be like a not a zip file, but it's going to be. It's going to clear some blockages that prevented you from reaching the next level. And that's why I was picking up on level up in the beginning. So for my crowd, like Spirit is saying, the reason why they take so much time to explain to you the backstory is because of the trust issue. Okay. Many of you have been betrayed. You have trust issues, and some of you were told your whole life not to question authority, not to ask why. And so specifically for the collective consciousness, but more importantly for the direct people that are drawn to this channel, Spirit is going to be focusing on letting you see what's behind the curtain. You need to know what's behind the curtain so that way you can see the bigger picture. Because when you see the bigger picture, it helps you trust more. Okay, so it's not like you don't want to do it, but if you don't see the bigger picture, when it comes to removing certain codes or spells or blockages, brainwashing that's been programmed into you, you won't release it. And this energy won't benefit you. So for those of you that are in this energy where the backstory behind the curtain and who's pulling this and who's pulling that gives you the clarity that you need, this time period is going to benefit you royally. Okay. Because it's going to help you tap into your inheritance better. I mean, I feel like you've already been tapping into your inheritance, but this is going to give you all gas, no breaks, no wondering. Okay. Your humbling season is over. That's what I'm hearing. You've been humbled. You've been tried. You've been tested over and over and over again. And the universe knows now that you are aware of your triggers and you are aware of how you respond to situations. And so you're going to move accordingly when need be, and you'll have less resistance when you're told to do some shit. Okay. So when you receive the answers that you need, y'all are my movers. Y'all are my doers. Y'all are the ones that get shit done. While everyone's sleeping and cozy in their bed, you're up in the wee hours, receiving downloads, dreams, messages, confirmations. All right. So you can expect a lot of friends, a lot of families, a lot of partnerships and people like that to be turned off by you during this time. Yep. They're going to feel like the relationships is strained because you have a one-track mind, or you're kind of selfish. You don't self-sacrifice. So a lot of people that do self-sacrificing tasks or they do things for a self-sacrificing, self-serving reason. They're going to feel like there's a lack of reciprocity when it comes to you specifically. Damn. They're going to feel like something has shifted. Okay. And some will have this energy where it's like, you know what? I need to get my shit together. And then others will have this energy of, oh, you think you're better than me. Oh, you think you like, you know what I'm saying? But it's really because they like you. They just don't know how to alchemize the emotional state of response to the situation. Spirit, what messages do you have? So you're going to feel isolated because people are feeling as if you're isolating yourself, or that you're no longer no, so you're no longer isolating yourself. You're putting yourself out there and you're doing what must be done, no matter who the opposing force is. Whatever it is, it doesn't even have to be a person. It could just be a thing, a habit, right? You're like, no, this has no power over me. And because they feel a sense of isolation, you know, it's like, this is like it feels almost like a retaliation. It's like, okay, now I see how you're moving. I don't really agree with this, or I don't really agree with that. Hold on. All right, we're back. So let's go ahead and see what comes out in the cards. Channel messages from my night owls. What do they need to know? What do they need to hear during this breakthrough period? I keep hearing the day the earth stood still. There's a symbolic meaning behind that statement. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. All right. We have Aquarius rising. We have Uranus. We have Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. And then we have the Hermit twice in reverse. Then we have the King of Pentacles. All right, so we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Cares more about appearances than substance. Focuses only on outcomes and monetary gain. So we're talking about masculine and feminine. Bottom of the deck, we got a third quarter. So we're talking about something now before harvest season, which would be December, right? November, December. So between Libra and December. So this is like a prophecy, a premonition. I'm hearing you could bet your bottom dollar. So typically the Hermit goes within for self-discovery reasons. The Hermit also goes within to seek enlightenment. Okay. And so usually this is like very discreet. It's like something that shouldn't be shared with people, or something that shouldn't be spoken about, which is giving me this energy of like like secret societies or like private groups. That's not about to be secret. Something is about to be exposed. It's not about to be a secret. So for the reasons of keeping to yourself, the reason why you may be keeping to yourself with the Hermit in reverse, it may be just to socially withdraw from people, to recharge yourself. Okay. But they're saying that you've already been doing that. Like you've already been social. You've been social, some of y'all, the past 11 years, however long you've been doing it. You've already been social distancing for so long that it's now become your comfort zone. Okay. So you've been in the eye of the storm for so long that you don't want to leave the eye of the storm because you got to go through another storm. So when the universe brings an unrequited love situation your way, whether it's friend, family, foe, lover, The reason why they're being drawn to you, or the universe is drawing them to you, is because you've been spending too much time in isolation, and there's no benefit from you being in isolation. It's like, what you in isolation for? You got the enlightenment. What you in isolation for? You went within. You learned a lot about yourself. It's giving that energy where you're not skipping class, but you're in class, but you're not there. You know, like you're not participating in the classroom or the activity. And the reason why you're not participating is because you feel like, I've been there, done that, seen that. I don't need to do it again. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You know that feeling where you've seen it all, you've done it all. I don't need to go out there and do it again type of energy. And so now the classroom is not stimulating you. And so what typically happens from an administrative standpoint is they say, oh, I think you are a honor, not just an honor student, but I think you are I don't know what they call it in school, but it's saying that you would benefit from like an AP classes, a class that is going to stimulate you because you're bored. It's like a teacher is saying, okay, God, I think this student is bored. Okay, the principal, I think the student is bored. I think they need something more advanced. Because you're not isolating in that classroom because you're trying to be rebellious or disobedient, or you're just being, a bad student, or some people may label you as that. You're just not stimulated enough, not challenged. So it's boring. And so if we apply that to our lives, there's something about your job that's boring. There's something about your relationship that's boring. There's something about what you're doing that lacks purpose. What's the purpose? What's the point? I've already mastered this. This class is boring. I don't want to hear about this anymore. I don't want to know about this anymore. I want something different. Well, then the universe is saying, well, then get your ass outside so you can get into some mess, so you can get into something different. Or create the classroom that gives you, create the seminar, create the stuff that's going to give you the stimulation that you need for those that may also be disinterested. Okay. That's the only other place for y'all is to become the leader, is to level up, pass on information that you know, or make it, come up with the curriculum that makes it challenging in the way that you like. And then you can get some gratification from a person that's drawn, or other people that are drawn to that challenge. They're like, finally, somebody created a curriculum. Finally, someone created a workshop, a seminar, a class that I can get with. I like it here. Otherwise, you're going to continue coming off as someone that's just disinterested, destructive, prideful. Because now it's like, well, if you're going to stay here, now we have to change your mind. You know what I'm saying? If you stay in a classroom that doesn't challenge you, you affect the other students that aren't on your level, right? If you stay there, they're going to have to tell you, okay, well, listen, because you're in this classroom, we're going to need you to participate with this lesson, whether you like it or not, because you refuse to leave the classroom. You get what I'm saying? Please let me know you get what I'm saying. Put an apple in the chat. I need to see apples. Red ones, preferably. But a part of it feels like, well, we are mutually beneficial to each other. Some of y'all, it's a relationship or a partnership. It's a business deal. And it's like, well, we are mutually beneficial to each other. One person cares about the appearance, not the substance, so they don't really have to be getting what they want out of the relationship. The other person cares more about the financial gain, the monetary gain, so we don't really have to be, affectionate or emotional in the relationship. So it's a win-win situation. I would definitely say there is commonality here for your own different reasons, but it's the same underlying message. The same common denominator exists in this realm. So there's something here about this connection is teaching you guys how to refine yourselves in a matter where either you're more fair or you're willing to dive into a deeper intimacy together. It's like the door is open for these two people to dive in deeper into, okay, you know what? We got our finances under control. There's something that I'm getting out of it. There's something that this person is getting out of it. Maybe we can start trying to see what life is like, trying to be intimate, trying to fall in love, trying to make it more. But I think both of you, what you guys have in common, if this is not you entirely, like you're masculine and you're feminine, you could be attracting someone, something about the public eye and how you're seen. Like it ain't over yet. Something about it ain't over yet. But your relationship dynamic, like we're not in the fourth quarter yet, but your relationship dynamic, whatever this is, it is mutually beneficial. I'm gonna pull 3 because I really feel like maybe spirit is talking to like the masculine and the feminine. So if you resonate with the feminine energy, okay, night owls, you may care about, what it looks like. Let me break it down. When I say what it looks like, I don't care about your appearance. Speaking about your own personal physical appearance, like what you wear, what you dress, how you look, that's one dimensional, right? I'm talking about your appearance in the eyes of other people too. When you think about your appearance in the eyes of other people, if you want to deal with someone, but being in connection with that person makes other people perceive you as being materialistic, makes other people perceive you as being constantly embarrassed by this person, then of course you would definitely care like how another person's choices affects your appearance, So if you're a feminine energy and you feel like this person is embarrassing me, the reason why I don't deal with them, or the reason why I don't fool with people is because, it ends up affecting me, the way they live makes it look like I accept anything from a person. They make a fool out of me. You make a fool of me. Tell me why. That type of energy. You make a fool of me. Don't know why. And that may be keeping you from being in no contact. Is this a no contact reading? Because y'all are on different parts of the world. Maybe y'all are not communicating. Like y'all talking, but y'all ain't talking. It's like y'all talking through the ethers. 11:11. Y'all both could be life path 11. Y'all both are talking through the ethers. And so from the feminine's perspective, another person's choices is a reflection of you. And so you don't like feeling like an ass. You know what I'm saying? Or how you have to constantly make something up because someone lied or someone did something or someone cheated. Yet at the same time, you may not care about the rules. You could have Aquarius also in your 7th house because we have a lot of partnership energy here. So you may look over certain things a lot, certain behavior patterns, certain behavior things that someone does, because to out them out is to out yourself out, but you don't like their choices, or you don't agree with their choices, or they made them choices on their own accord. So you don't feel like you are in control of the narrative, and that's very uncomfortable. So you are showing up as someone that you like. You pride yourself on being different. You pride yourself on being unorthodox. You're eccentric, right? Maybe this person doesn't want to pursue you or deal with you because you're eccentric and because your way of life obstructs their way of life. And because they too have money to make. They may not care what you do privately, but when your choices affects their money or who wants to deal with them, they feel like you become a hindrance to their way of life. So one thing I can say is y'all have a lot in common, but your house is divided. All right, let's get for the feminine energy in this situation. Those that resonate with the feminine energy, 3 cards. So we have mirror, mirror. Facing yourself and others, reflective, relationship, self-awareness. What you see is you. So all the people, all the relationship dynamics, Peach McIntyre, E. Kane, who else have these types of dynamics? Let me know what relationship dynamics have been popping up on your algorithm lately. What relationship woes have been popping up? Because you may be like, damn, I remember when I used to be like that. I remember when I used to be that. I remember when I used to when I used to constantly go back and forth with someone. We have bounce back. You may also feel as if, people look up to you. With bounce back, people may look up to you and feel like, man, if you can do it, I can do it. You got out of that situation, so I got out of the situation. So as much as you may want to come to someone, if you care about your appearance, you wouldn't want to be with someone or get with someone and then they embarrass you, and then you feel like it's like now you looking like a hypocrite. Resilience after setbacks. It's like because this is saying that you used your ability to bounce back after being cheated on, your ability to bounce back after being robbed, stolen from, tricked, backstabbed, your ability to do that and recover quickly and look at the platform or the lifestyle that you created for yourself. A lot of people are watching you. And a lot of people have set themselves up to want better for themselves based off of your choice, your personal choice to separate yourself from that confusion. Because you give people this type of energy, like I can literally, nothing can keep me down. And so what you don't see is that other people see themselves in you. Oh my God, your situation is so similar to mine. Oh my God, I was in the same situation. Look at you now. I could do anything. Nonetheless, this is still your life, but this is definitely how people are viewing you. Deja vu. So you're really concerned with keeping up appearance, right? Repeating patterns, familiar lessons, unresolved issues. We've been here before. You're concerned like, oh my God, if I get back with this person or if I talk to this person, everybody's going to be like, what? What? You and such are back together? Didn't you say that that was a bad idea? Didn't you say we've been there, we've done that, leave the past in the past? Mm-hmm. So the feminine energy is trying to live up to their words or their expectations of what they say they want and what they'll never go back to. But they said they were done. Because if you go back to something, you feel like you'll be just like the people that you used to talk about when you would tell them, oh, you know how they say don't talk about someone unless if you're not trying to leave them. Maybe you said, I'll never cover for someone. I'll never hide. If things are better than what they are for the sake of the relationship. And so you're looking at it like, well, that would make a liar out of me, right? But you're on the verge. You're on the verge of reconciliation here. No judgment. Reconciliation looks different for everybody. So let's jump over here onto the masculine energy because we've been on the feminine energy for a minute. So if you are watching this and you resonate, child, you resonate with the masculine energy. Now the masculine energy is showing up as a knight. I thought it was a king, but it's a knight. And so right now with the knight energy, this is, I'm not where I want to be financially. I'm en route to being the King of Pentacles, where I'm making money in my sleep. All my businesses are, all I gotta do is just show up and manage them. Okay. My home life is good. My finances are good. I feel I'm where I want to be. So if you're a masculine energy watching this and you feel like you aren't where you want to be, where you have complete financial freedom and you have a legacy and everything is on autopilot, but you're definitely set up for that. You're setting up for that for sure. Like, you making moves. You moving and you grooving and shit is moving. Okay. They booming for you. The topics are hot for you. The situations are going well for you materialistically. For sure. 100%. Focus is only on outcome and the monetary gain. So you're in this energy. If it doesn't benefit me to talk to someone, I'm not going to talk to them. If it's not putting money in my pocket, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to keep up with the Joneses. I don't want to know what the fuck is going on. I don't care who missed me and who don't miss me. I'm in my bag. I'm literally taking action. Then this is for you. You got a one-track mind right now, and maybe you aren't moving at the pace that other people want you to move at. Maybe people feel like, you don't have time for them. You're really busy. And it's because you are. You got a routine. You got a system. You wake up. You go to bed at a certain night. You don't have time to being all emotionally unstable and shit. When you go to bed at night, you feel achieved. You got a sense of achievement. And you ain't letting nobody mess with your money. You're developing in the person that you want to be. All right, let's see. Behind the mask. I feel like it's draining. So there's people that feels like, yeah, you're focused on this and yeah, you're focused on that. But behind the smile on your face, you're tired. You're drained. Overworked, underpaid. You're bored of the mundane. You know what I mean? Hidden emotions. You're concealing your true self. Afraid to show reality. No one sees the real me. So people feel like you want to feel seen. You want to feel seen. You want to feel loved. You want emotion, but you don't trust people. Because the truth of the matter is, I think you attract a lot of people that's like, oh, maybe they want to mother you, right? Like, oh, I want to nurture you. You're such a good person. I want to give this to you, give that to you. Maybe you attract a lot of givers. Okay. And then when you're not able to upkeep the reality that they want or the appearance that they want, then they start to shit on you. Then they start to act like you're not good enough. Damn, that's fucked up. So life of luxury in reverse. So then it's like they say they want love. They say they want emotional connection. But the moment you're not able to afford their life of luxury yet, or the moment that you're not able to upkeep what they want, then they want to be an Indian giver. They want to take back. Which is their right. But what it's saying is that you attract a lot of people that want to trauma bond with you. You're noticing that everyone that you want to talk to is superficial. They're like, oh, you can't pay my bills. You can't do this. You can't do that. You ain't nobody special. And it's like, what? Now you're not useful. Now they don't even know why they fuck with you. Now they don't even know why they deal with you. Gaslight. Reality distortion, emotional manipulation, question insanity, you're imagining things. So now what happens is you go into this energy where you put on this poker face. You emotionally shut off. You focus on yourself. You ignore the distractions around you. And now because you're ignoring everyone else and you're focused on yourself, it's crazy how all these masculine cards came out. Then the people that was once interested in you starts to accuse you of gaslighting them. Oh, you tricked me. You made me think that you were a victim too. Oh, you made me think that you could do this, you could do that. And truth of the matter, I feel like you don't even give them the energy no more to clarify shit for them, because you could, but you're not there yet. And they knew that when they met you. You feel me? And then they be reacting like you're supposed to already be there. But you didn't go fuck with them. They came and bothered you. They saw potential in you, and then all of a sudden, they expected that potential. They saw potential to control you is what you become aware of. You're like, oh, all you wanted to do is fucking control me. That's all y'all ever fucking want to do is control me. Y'all saw the potential to control me and to make me a worker for you, to make me your bitch. And you like, nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. And then they be accusing you of gaslighting them. Oh, I gave this, I did that. You tricked me, you love bombed me. And you like, what? When they saw you, they was like, how is someone like you with all this, you're such a good person. I don't know what you did to them, but what it's saying is that everything that's happening to these energies, they sought it out. These energies that are accusing you of gaslighting them, they sought it out. Because they got with you to upkeep an appearance. Straight up. The appearance. And maybe they wanted to use you. Maybe they wanted to use you to make their life easier. And maybe they thought you wanted to be useful. And so since you want to be useful, let's be useful to each other. And then when they realize that you're not like in love or trying to like take them out or make them happy or constantly, what's wrong, baby? Rub on them and kiss up on them and chase their ass, they feel like you're not interested anymore. So maybe right now you're not even like, instead of going out, eating at a restaurant, you cooking at home. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going shopping, you washing your fucking clothes. There's things that you used to probably do and you say, you know what? I'm not spending my money on that. I'm not upkeeping appearance. What the fuck am I doing this for? What am I investing in? And they're like, wait a minute, you used to do this, you used to do that. You used to give me whatever I want. You used to buy me this, you used to buy me that. And it's like, If that's all you wanted from me from the jump start, should have just said that. But this is someone that gaslight you and made it seem like, oh no, I'm a simple person, I'm chill, I don't need all those things. And then once they got it, then they became entitled. And this person is fucking draining. You're like, I'm never gonna have financial freedom dealing with this motherfucker. So you're showing up as someone as well that doesn't want to, you don't care about the rules of society. So even if you aren't where you want to be, statistically, you don't care about that. If you meet someone, they're cool people, you're going to see where it goes. And the outcome continues to be the same with every last single one of them. They swear to see your potential. They swear not to want this and not to want that. And then it's like now all of a sudden, we don't even match. Why am I with you? It's like, whoa. See, this is why I say fuck y'all. So, take it how it resonates, but that's what I'm getting from masculine energy. Now, I know we have a split crowd here. Feminines, I'm coming. But masculines, I see your perspective. Okay? I see your perspective. And I see what lies beneath the surface of all of it. I see where the confusion stems from. Because people are accusing you of tricking them, of being more than what you are. I don't know. Maybe you are dating. Maybe you are dating people and telling them that, you're the boss of a Fortune 500 company. I don't know what you're telling people. But you're telling them what they obviously want to hear. And they jumping on your dick hard. Okay. They jumping on it so fast where they like, forget having to get to know each other. Let's skip all those phases. Let's move in together. Let's get married. Let's have kids. And it's like, you already know that ain't gonna go nowhere very far. Because maybe you gave them a lie to begin with and they ate it up. They didn't have no discernment. And so you saw them for a user. Now let's talk about this Queen of Pentacles energy. Feminines, we're going back to you for a second. Since we got to have these types of conversations because y'all don't want to talk to each other in person. It's like pulling teeth. Let me drink some water. I take my breath away. You make a fool of me. Feminines, y'all hurt. Your feelings hurt. Come on. What hurt? Let's go into this mirror. What hurts? Okay, this person, y'all telling me, okay, this person left you to figure shit out on your own. You believed in this person. You worked on yourself when they told you, you worked on yourself in ways that they don't even realize they worked on yourself. You have. It's saying like you aren't perfect and you're acknowledging it. Like, I'm not perfect by far, but I work on myself. I don't just get mad and then go and fuck somebody else as a way to feel better. Or I don't get mad and go and look for the grass to be greener somewhere else. I work on myself. I look at myself, but this person refused to look at themselves and see where they can improve. They just go and get like a quick fix. And so you're pretty much saying like, you've been doing the hard work. And this person left you to figure it out on your own. Ten of Pentacles. You lost resources, money, stability, structure. The family that you thought that you had with a person, they exiled your ass too. They were never truly family, and it just made you had to deal with the reality of people siding. It used to be your family, their family. It's giving like people siding with people siding in a biased way, and you always being the blame for a person's choices. Like, what did you do to this person? What did you do to make them mad? The Ten of Pentacles shows me that you turn to a lot of people before the dismantle of a unit, before the dismantle of a legacy. You turn to a lot of people, and so many people closed their doors on you. So you lost assets, you lost resources, and different things like that. When there was some destructive pattern of repeating with deja vu, and when you needed people the most would bounce back, you didn't have them. Even if you know how like you may go through shit with people. You may go through shit with people, you may disagree, but when push come to shove, things like losing your home, losing your car, losing stability, going hungry, not having resources, you don't play with those things security wise. And what this is telling me is that people would rather see you go homeless. People would rather see you go without transportation. People would rather see you in the food bank line. Like, this is how low you've had to go dealing with someone. You know what I'm saying? And you still were the cause of it. Where it's like, you should have worked it out. You should have said what they wanted to hear. You should have, you should have played your cards better. Now you're ass out. And so the more you stand for something, the people that didn't show up for you, they are forced to look at themselves. Like, damn, if you were the bad person in a relationship, in a dynamic, why did you bounce back? Why are you bouncing back? What's wrong with me? Why am I like this? Why did I even attack you like that? Why did I even view you like that? Why didn't I ask critical questions? Why didn't I try harder? This could be people that hate to see another person suffering, and they may feel like they may be all thinking about. It seems like multiple people in a family dynamic is saying like, damn, such and such would have been better off with you. How did they let that fall apart? How did they fumble that? They should have listened to you. They should have took your advice. If there was something that they needed to work on, they should have just worked on it instead of making you their enemy, instead of dragging you in the fucking mud. Because your name has definitely been dragged in the mud, for sure. Okay? They may not ever say it to this person, but they think it. And for some of you, they hope y'all get back together because this person is a financial burden that they don't want. They're saying like, fuck. Like, this person always needs something. They always short on something. They always need some help. And they feel like when you were with this person, they didn't have to deal with that problem. They could just be like, the distant relative or the distant family member that just pop up every now and then and say, hey, how you doing? But they don't need nothing from them because you was carrying the weight. But so your resilience and determination to rise again, they all saying like, damn, there's one thing about this Queen of Pentacles energy. This feminine energy you cannot keep them down for long. They will rise again like the fucking phoenix. Hermit, you got 3 hermits in reverse. And so a lot of them feel like the karma ain't for you. The karma is for someone else. They feel like this is also why you stay away from people and you don't fuck with people. Is because they feel like there's some, damn, my fucking throat. I almost got a frog in my throat. Who crying out there? All right. You can cry. It's okay. They feel like they're asking themselves, could they have done more for you? I'm talking to those of y'all that when these motherfuckers was homeless, you took them in. When they wanted to get on their feet and have a new chapter in their life, you facilitated the fucking environment and the space to allow them to rebuild themselves. It was never fucking them. It was you. You drove motherfuckers around. You helped them get established. You helped them with whatever resource you have ever had. And no matter how much they couldn't, not that they couldn't, they wouldn't show up for you in that way. They would let you, your motherfucking kids, your dog, your cats, your horses, all y'all sit outside in the dead of winter and go fucking hungry after literally calling you fucking family. And say, oh, well, that's the choice you made. You see what I'm saying? That's the choice. So you've had the opportunity to be in the receiving end of so much fucking, I don't know whether to call it hatred, loyalty. There ain't no fucking excuse for it. Every last single person had a hand. So you don't fuck with people. You don't fuck with people. And you keep to your motherfucking self. Have you tried? It's saying that you have. Have you tried to turn the other cheek? Have you tried to be the bigger person? Absolutely. What did it gain? What did it gain you? Nothing. Just a way for people to spectate and watch and laugh and keep up with the fucking Joneses of what the hell is happening. And whatever your last name is, whatever their last name is, your last name is. Yeah. So when you receive telepathic messages and you feel like it's like bittersweet, you remember how you were not fuck embarrassment. You remember how you were treated. You remember the doors that were closed in your face. You remember those that spat on you. You remember those that not just did it to you, but your offspring. So some of y'all, the Ten of Pentacles talks about offspring. It talks about an extension of you, whether it goes up the tree or down the fucking tree. The branches of you, hating you, everything connected to you. Your business, your home life, your children, your resources, your assets were all casualties at war. So yes, what I'm seeing here is based off of these fucking experiences, you use the new life that you created for yourself. The blessings that came from persevering over these experiences as a constant fucking reminder not to repeat this motherfucking pattern. Every time you've ever went back, it got worse and worse and worse and worse. And so what you have learned is you're going to keep your house in order. That's what you feel like the universe taught you. Keep your motherfucking house in order. And when you find yourself on the verge of repeating a pattern, you remember the humiliation that came with it. You remember fucking people, the external factors as well, that laughed at your misery. Okay, that laughed at your pain. Because I don't feel like the misery was yours. It was intended to make you miserable, or you would give up on yourself, but it didn't. So you got people saying, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that. Why would I destroy my own legacy? Why? All these different, and that's the problem with the world. They'll deal with someone that physically assaults and harms loved ones within a family tree, and then they'll cover it and hide it. That's the problem right now. And that's the rebel and energy that you show up as. Their secrets ain't safe with you. And so their pride of not being humiliated keeps them from fucking with you. Just like your pride of not being humiliated keeps you from repeating shit with them. I rest my case. I don't even have my bell. But you getting a call. You getting a call. You getting the telepathic call. You hearing it. But this person switch up quickly. Their ego switch up too quickly. They change face. They change. One minute they saying that they sorry. Next minute you don't know who you talking to. They switch up. They take on a new personality trait, and it's like, nigga, where the hell you been? So I think this person is trying to take a page out of your book. They feel like they are. Like, you know what? You isolating, I'm isolating. You ain't talking, I ain't talking. They match in energy. You focused on yourself, I'm focused on myself. You individualistic, I'm individualistic. So what's up with this hidden emotions for the masculine energy? So you got your guards up. So you don't want nobody trying to dive into your emotions and figure out why you don't have emotions for them. You really sick and tired, masculines, of someone trying to dig into, well, why don't you want to do this? Or why don't you love me? Or why you don't want them trying to figure out who you are or deep dive into you. You don't. You really want someone to respect your boundaries. If you say you don't want to talk about some shit, you don't want to talk about some shit. Okay, but they keep pushing you to the edge, and what they don't realize is they make whoever is dealing with this person is making them want to come towards you. There's the masculine energy that wants to come towards a feminine energy because there's a third party energy that is constantly trying to break that barrier. Like you're pretty much off limits. You're off limits to talk about. You're off limits to mention. You're off limits to like, oh, this person didn't even treat you right. Why would you even care about them anymore? Da, 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 da. Why are you protecting them? This person's like, that's off fucking limits. You knew that going into a situation. Why are you trying to persist? And you know why? Because somebody is convinced that there's a space in this person's heart that cannot be occupied by anyone else. Masculines, there is a space in your heart that cannot be occupied by anyone else. And whoever you are dealing with or whoever wants to deal with you keeps trying to occupy that space, and you really wish they would stop fucking trying. Why can't they be happy with the version of you that you are right now? Why do they have to dig? Why do they want to do that? I don't know. because they speculate the reason why you're not buying them this or buying them that is because you're possibly giving it to someone else. The reason why you can't maintain something that they want from you is because you're probably you're probably living a double life. So someone feels like you're living a double life and that you're manipulating them to use them for resources and assets, and that you're just missing someone in your past. They feel like you're trying to use them like a come up, someone that you build yourself off of, but you don't really necessarily take seriously, or you're not in love with. This person wants you to be in love with them. And I'm going to be honest with you, masculines, it's pretty much saying that version of love that you already gave that away. And so for anyone wanting to get that version of you, that's not going to happen. But someone is convinced that if they push you to the edge, it would force you to open up. And you really want them to stop trying. Just respect you at where you're, you know what I'm saying? Like, respect what the meeting ground that y'all are on. Let me see here. Now this person, I can't eat, I can't sleep. I think when you're not really working, you're going to go talk to someone else. I feel like you're lying to me. I know it. You're cheating on me. So you're dealing with like energies where people tend to start losing their mind and they start to swear that you're not really at work. You're not really doing what you're saying you're doing. You're kind of just stringing someone along. And all this is based off of like you not blowing money on them. Someone feels like I'm having sex with you. Anytime you call me, I come around. But now you're telling me no. Now you're slowing down. Now you're not giving me the attention that I want. And so I feel like you are giving someone the poker face because I feel like you're tired of this shit, man. You like, you know what? Unbrainwash yourself. I feel like you are letting someone wean themselves off of you because you feel like they can't handle it. The 7 of Cups in reverse. They can't handle it. And so you giving them the poker face is for them to wake up. So you could be holding back sexually. You could be abstaining. You could be doing a lot of different things. And you're like, yeah, this ain't going to work. This ain't going to work. And I'm committed to helping you figure that shit out. You'll catch on. You'll get the picture one day. So you're letting someone get the picture like, yeah, you the fool. Yeah, put the blame on me. Because you could put the blame on me. Because you could put the blame on me. Because I feel like you really want this person to leave you the fuck alone at this point. Okay, masculine Taurus. You're like, this is a burden. This is not going to work. And I feel like this person is doing this on purpose. This person wants to force you to do something. Whoever you're dealing with, masculine, night owls, this person wants you to reach out to another person. 3-3. It's like, y'all should be together. Y'all should reconcile. Well, go back to this person. Since you're so unhappy, to go back to this person. Go be with this person. That's what you really want. What are you waiting for? Go do it. Go do it. And this person's trying to push you to do it on purpose. They want you to get in your motherfucking car and go. They're like someone trying to evict you. You know what I'm saying? Someone trying to trigger you. Trying to accuse you of being a tyrant. Wanting to ruin you. Because this person feels like they hate you. It's like, I hate you. And they want you to go and give hell to someone else. Or they feel like they want you to go suffer with someone else so that way you can come back to them after you see that the grass wasn't greener. They feel like you need to go fucking get it out your system or something like that. Okay, 9 of Swords. And they'll be like, oh yeah, you'll be calling me when you're unhappy. You'll be calling me when you'll be coming back when you're unhappy. You know my fucking number. You know where to find me. We know how this. I think someone wants to be the side, like a side chick, because they don't like the main chick position. Shout out to everyone in the chat tonight. Meanwhile, masculines, y'all just saying if I wanted to, I could. The fuck? So we have courage, Leo energy. Courage is the power to overcome any obstacle you are facing. Are you facing a tough decision? Don't shy away. Take the leap forward and discover your own strength. So, courage. That is your advice, feminine energies. Courage. No matter the obstacle. Let's say the obstacle comes from extended family. Let's say the obstacle comes from outside public appearance. Let's say the obstacle comes from a third party situationship or a third party that wants to play in your face. Whatever the obstacle may be. Some of y'all, the obstacle is maybe to stand your ground. I don't know. Each of you will want something different. No matter what choice you want, the advice remains the same. The guidance here. Courage. Knowing what you want is all that ever matters. Okay. Guilty. Ooh. Masculine energy. The advice for you is guilty. If you know you're wrong in a situation, take accountability. If you know you overreacted, maybe a feminine did provoke you. Maybe a feminine was insensitive to your feelings. But something about your reaction to situations brought things to a head that may feel like irreconcilable differences. You know what I mean? Like made it worse, adding insult to injury. Guilt can hold you back. And maybe that is keeping you from believing that it's possible. Are you carrying the weight of past decisions? Forgive yourself and move forward. Only then can you truly grow. Some of you guys, you have to forgive the person in that heart space so you can give a new person a chance. Others of you, you have to forgive yourself and someone else in order for you to believe that it is even possible. That both of y'all could have evolved in your own different ways. And maybe you guys are capable of having something. No human, no person on this earth can judge none of this shit. So, fuck them. You understand? Only time you feel embarrassed about some shit is if you care more about what other people feel versus how you feel. And the only time someone can make you feel stuck like you can't have some shit is when you don't forgive yourself. So there's a lesson here. What's the common denominator? Reflection. Both of y'all have been in a state of reflection. Okay. Reflection brings deep insight. Have you been avoiding self-reflection? Take time to sit with your thoughts and feelings. Your inner world holds the answers you seek. The answer you seek is in reflection. Are there things that the feminine has done, or you can kind of see why they did the things that they did? Are there things that the masculine have done where you can see why they've done the things that they've done? You know, but don't just stay away and not do no motherfucking work. Because all these hermit cards in reverse is telling me that, yeah, you may not talk to someone on one. Maybe, yeah, you may be in no contact, but is the healing work happening? You know what I'm saying? Where the root issue stemming from. It's never in the situation or the unpredictable variable. It's in the constant variable. The constant variable will stem to something specific. Someone that had to be so strong for everything, and another person that was always told they ain't shit. They tired of hearing that shit. They tired of masculine and just tired of hearing that they ain't shit. And then you have feminine energy that's tired of being fucking strong. Y'all central nervous system is shot. But neither one of you are. You saying this person is stubborn. You saying they're prideful, but so are you. They saying you stubborn and you prideful, but so are they. That's it. That's all. Love y'all. Bye.